keep on fogging. Hello, fellow vapors. Vaping newbie here, and it's been a while. And I did mention that really I like doing the videos for juices because if you haven't tried them, it gives you an opportunity to hear a perspective of them, whereas hardware, although I like doing it, I'm not going to spend the money to do it. And there's so many people talking about the hardware. So, you get a new device, and by the time you get around to doing the video, there's hundreds of them out there. Whereas Ejuice, I find, although, very subjective, people can give their thoughts on it, and you can take it from there. Tonight, we're going to be looking at a company owned by a great friend of mine, Great Canadian Fog Ejuice. I did talk about his Ejuice just before it launched, what I call the baseline, his introductory line, which was about 8 flavors or so. And so I already did a video on that, but he just came out with a new line called Artic. And I just placed an order for one of my favorite juices, the Fold. And in the package, there's this t-shirt. Thanks, Ken. Loving it. And folks, if you want to send me t-shirts, let me know. And 3 bottles of this Artic, 3 different flavors. So I was sort of, oh, okay, very happy, very content to try them out. But I'm not a mint or menthol type person, so I was like this. But I think, you know what? I've said it before in many videos. If I don't like the juice, you're not going to hear from me. If I'm finding something good about the juice, that's when I'm going to go. Because my mom told me, if you can't say something nice. So I'm taking this opportunity. He didn't ask. I got it, and I thought, I think it deserves it. So, and again, he cannot influence my opinion on whether I like the juice or not based on our friendship, because I have too much respect for him as a person and too much respect from far as a juice maker. So let me just get organized, and we're going to come back. Let's get down to it. We're looking at, as I mentioned, a line called Artic. We always look at the packaging. I like it. When I'm looking at the label, I get cold. It's a frosted glass bottle, dripper style. It does have the childproof safety caps. All the information is there. The warnings. Can't buy it if you're under 19. Made in Canada, and 1 milligram of nicotine. Now, all these 3 juices are 20% VG and 20% PG and 80% VG juices, and all made from 99.9% pharmaceutical / laboratory grade base liquids, and that's important. He also mentions on the website that it's kosher, so, and I should just point that out to you. It's kosher. So, without further ado, I should say the setup that I'm using is a Mutation X V4, that's a lot, that's a mouthful, with some definitive coil, fused Clapton dual coils. It comes out to about 0.35 ohms, brand spanking new cotton, and I'm vaping at about 50 watts. The first one up is called Artic Mango, and this was really pleasant. Now, the 3 juices I was kind of concerned about because I don't like menthol. I don't really like mint, but I always try to keep one around because I find that sometimes if you're vaping a lot, sometimes you get that vapor's tongue, and I switch over to a menthol vape, and boom, it's gone. So, sorry, there we go. Boom, it's gone. So, here we go, Artic Mango. This is really nice. I mean, the coolness hits you. The coolness just pop really hits you, and but you do get a juiciness to it, sort of on the lemony side of a mango. That's how I'm tasting it. Very, very nice. And I should point out that you can use these in tanks. It's not a problem. I just, for ease of use, I use a dripper. It's not an overly thick e-liquid, so you're not going to have too many problems. And I'm just going to juice this guy up a bit because this is actually really good. And one thing I find about it in the hot summer months is, can it cool you down? I don't know. I mean, I'm vaping a hot coil device. But I can tell you that I found it really refreshing when it first came in and I was first vaping the next one that I'm going to talk about. It is really good. It sort of it almost numbs your mouth, but the flavor is there, the coolness is there, and I'm really am enjoying it. The Arctic Mango took me by surprise because if I'm gonna vape a fruit-based e-juice, lately it's been raspberry, strawberry, that type of thing. So mango was sort of outside my comfort zone. So it was like a double whack to me, and that happened in one other juice we're going to talk about later. But being outside my comfort zone, I was a bit with some trepidation that I was vaping it, and I really am enjoying it. Very nice. Let me change up the cotton. Let's get to the next one. The next juice, kind of like weirded me out. It's called Artic Bubbles, and no, it has nothing to do with the TV show. It has everything to do with the flavor profile of it. To me, it's almost like a spearmint or peppermint gum. You know, when I say to me, I'm sure anybody that vapes this is coming up with the same thing. Really, really good. That was, you know, I try to always save the best for last, and I didn't do it because it was really a favorite of mine. I read somewhere, and I don't remember where, probably on Facebook, it says it makes you want to start chewing when you have it, and it's actually true. So, I know, folks, I might be a bit strange. Arctic Bubbles, again, very nice. If you like spearmint gum, if you're always chewing spearmint gum, you might want to keep a tank of this around because it's a nice change of pace from everything else that's going on. It's a bit different. So I did enjoy it very much. So there's one more juice. Let me change up my cotton. We're going to get to it. The last e-juice, I got to be honest, I'm like this. It's called Arctic Smoke. Now, it's supposed to be, I would imagine, some kind of a menthol tobacco flavor. I haven't really used tobacco since my starting days of vaping. I'm not a big fan, only because it just reminds me too much of smoking, and it is what it is, right? And so I don't use this as an everyday vape, and believe me when I tell you, I don't believe in all day vapes, although some come damn close. I'm still not sold, but on this particular, you do get the mentholness of it, but there's something missing in the tobacco-ness of it. It's there, but there's an aftertaste. I cannot put my finger on it, but it's troublesome to me. It fell a bit short of what I was looking for. And it could just be me. Maybe it's because I spent so little time vaping and tobacco, but there's that aftertaste, and I can't get around that. So that is Arctic Smoke. I'm going like this. Let me get all my final thoughts together, and I'll be back in a minute. So it's a great Canadian Fog Arctic wine. I went back to mango. I didn't know how I was going to take it. Only because of the menthol factor. The Arctic Mango, the Arctic Bubbles, and Arctic Bubble was the first one that I vaped, and it was almost like, wow, I have gum in my mouth, and that spearmint peppermint gum. The Arctic Mango was the second one I tried, and I really liked it because it was a fruitiness that I wasn't expecting. I thought it might be overpowered by the menthol, but it's not. It's a nice mix of the two, and that shouldn't surprise me because the baseline was so dead on with their flavor profiles, and I don't think I can expect anything less from Ken. The Arctic Smoke, I had a hard time with it. I found there was a bit of an aftertaste, and I thought perhaps it's just because I don't vape a lot of tobacco vapes, and I sure as hell wouldn't vape a lot of menthol tobacco vapes, but it is what it is, and I want to give my honest opinion on it, and it's that, it just sort of fell kind of short. So there you go. Great Canadian Fog, the web page and the Facebook page links down below. Go check them out. And again, for my cousins in the United States, He will ship there, but beyond the border, that's on you. He can get it to the border. After that, it's up to the border inspection agency. So keep that in mind, folks. But well worth it. It's very, very reasonably priced, which sort of segues into another topic, the whole premium e-juice. And there's always been discussion, there's always been debate on what's a premium e-juice. Premium e-juice does not mean you're spending $40 for a 30 milliliter bottle. Premium e-juice, in my opinion, means it's a damn good e-juice, that it's made properly and around the right area. If it's not a lab, it's at least a clean room. You know that it's being well taken care of, and then the flavors are there. And to me, that's what makes this a premium e-juice. So good job, Ken. Keep them coming. I know that there's a fourth, I just missed it, a fourth Artic fog flavor just came out, but I'm sorry I don't know the name of it. But go on his the Facebook, it probably talks about it there. That's it. That's the line. I really did enjoy 2 to 3 of them. The other one, and I'm glad. I'm certainly glad I had the opportunity. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you got something out of it. And I love having you over. So please stay healthy and happy vaping. Take care, folks.